How are you? How are you doing? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Divina Nyarangi. To the new subscribers and to the returning subscribers, thank you so much for the love and support. We're really growing. I don't take that for granted. So it has been a minute. It has been so long, and we are back. And so we am having a new segment coming up. It is more of building yourself, and this is going to focus on positivity, or rather positive energy, just trying to learn a few things that are going to build up your to help you build up yourself, help you overcome some of the things that happen in our daily lives. So it is more of, positivity. I mean, that's the major focus in this new segment. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about, as the topic above suggests, do people's opinion matter? Yeah, so guys, tell me, what is your opinion on this? Do people's opinion really matter in our lives? I know most of us have been to situations whereby you innocently did something, or you thought you were behaving right, or something of the sort. Being talked about, or people's opinion come in different ways. It will be about our behaviors, our dress codes, our religion, our practices, everything. And this happens everywhere. It will be in church, out there, whichever the place. I mean, that's the nature of the masses. People will always talk. People will always find something to talk about, or someone to talk about. Do you think these things should define who we are? Do you think this, whatever people say, should define who you are? So with me, I have a few tips that at the end of this topic, you should be able to learn or to understand that people's opinions are not the truth about you. Whatever people say is never the truth. Whatever people see is just but their own perspective. They're just viewing it from their own end. So stay tuned and let's do this. So my first point, guys, your self-worth is not approved by people's approvals or people's rating. Reason being, people have different agendas in our lives. Real is rare. People will always say things out of their own views, out of their own perspectives. So whatever someone says should not influence our feelings. He said that should not influence our happiness, our moods, our behaviors, because someone could be saying something so that you are hurt, you're sad, you don't feel good about it. And the moment they say that, you react, they'll continue pressing that button, press that button just to ensure your feelings are interrupted, So yes, you'll never block them from the comments, the whatever's from coming forth, but then you can control how to act. You can control how to go about it. No one knows your struggles. No one understands you better than yourself. No one understands the tribulations you're undergoing. No one understands what you are undergoing. You have your own culture, you have your own religion, you have your own background. So whatever you're doing, you fully understand what you're doing. And to some people, it can sound weird, it can sound funny, it can sound the way it can sound. And that's how the judgments come forth. So you should not take that seriously. No, let them talk. Just pick what is positive and leave out whatever you feel is going to hurt, whatever you feel is so negative. Leave it out, because at the end of the day, you feel so sad, you feel so depressed, you feel so pinned down, you're pulled back, simply because he said that, she said that. We do not live by pleasing people. We do not, if you depend on people's approvals, then you're really going to lag behind. Yourself, I can do this, I can do that, I know my flaws. So because person A says this, you feel like, so I'm not good enough. No, person A also has her agenda, so just take what work with it. By doing that, you will be building yourself. You'll be focusing more on positivity, which is really going to help. The other thing, you will never please everyone. This happens a number of times. There are so many people in this world, so many, and then every day we get to interact with so many people, different people in our daily lives, and we will never please each and every person. We will never click with each and every person. We will never be right. Our talks or whatever you do will never be right in front of each and every person. So do you. The moment you start changing, they'll talk about your career. They'll talk about how you're bringing up your family. They'll talk about how you're spending your time, where you're spending your time. They'll talk about what you are doing. People will always talk about everything and anything. There are those few who are going to understand how you're doing your thing, why you're doing your thing, and why it has to be that way. But in most cases, a number of people are going to take it as per how they see it, So let that not bother you. It's like a mother having a kid, maybe with some special conditions, and this mother is trying to do something unique to this baby. And then someone else who has never had a special baby, a special condition baby, is like taking that like a weird behavior, or like wondering why this is happening. This mother has never had an experience with a special conditioned baby, but in her mind, or in her mind, she'll be like, kwani, what's up? Why is she doing that? People will always judge us, and that really has nothing to do with us. You'll never please everyone. In a day you meet over 50 people. Someone may just look at you and is already tired or rather angry with you. You've done totally nothing, but they feel like, huyu hatuweza tendana pamoja. Not that mulikosana mahali ama muligombana mahali or something happened, just like that. And that's okay. That is nature. You're not going to control that. So just keep your lane and keep going. This happens a lot in our social circles, in the places we normally rest or we shinda. And that happens, and that should not bother us. Just allow nature to take its course. Just do your thing, focus on your goals, focus on the things you're supposed to, and let this not interfere with your mind, interrupt your thinking, so that you start thinking otherwise. Oh, what can I do so that I please him? Oh, what can I do so that I please her? You start harming yourself. You start hurting yourself. You start distracting yourself. At the end of the day, you're living a life that yourself cannot even understand. My next point, guys, is what is good for you might not be good for someone else. We are all so different. So different. We are products of different beliefs, different upbringings, different cultures, different beliefs, different everything. We are from different villages, different parts of the world, different families. What is good for me might not be good for you. What is good for you might not be good for me. What is good for him might not be good for me. So, where are you feeling like whatever she's doing is not right? She did not grow with you. She did not school with you. She was not trained the way you were trained. Keep your values. For your sanity, keep your, everything. The moment we allow the negative comments, opinions from people get into us, they will always interfere with who we are, with our real self. The fact that we are all different, that means everything is different about us. And that's why if he is doing this, if she's behaving in this manner, that should be respected, and that's it. We've been brought up with different values. Of course, okay, values are values and vices are vices. Unless it's a vice, unless it's something so wrong, no. You don't have someone's thinking about your life should not influence the next step of your life, should not hinder you from doing something that you ought to have done, because this person may not understand how you were brought up. This person may not understand how you were taught things. Something that is so common is our upbringing. There are people who have been brought up in families where the parents are so strict, very strict, and then you find that in most cases, these people end up having different challenges in their lives. They could be having difficulties maybe in socialization, making friends, maybe their way of behavior, how they carry out themselves, and all that. If you also check out someone who has just been brought up in just a normal family, like the parents were just easy and all that, the behaviors can never rhyme. The behaviors can never be the same. This person has his or her own weaknesses and strengths. This person the same. So you really don't have grounds to start judging someone. You don't have grounds to start feeling opinionated upon someone's life. People have dealt with a lot, quite a lot, and people are still dealing with a lot. So focus is our thing today, is all we're learning from all this. Whether they are saying this, whether they are saying that, your direction should remain your direction. You should not change because it is being said this, it is being said that, and all that. On to our next point. So no one knows your journey. No one knows what you have been through and where you're headed to. I'll give you a short story. So there was this guy who once got into a matatu. The matatu was packed. Like we had 3 matatus before this third one goes into the line. So this dad gets into the matatu with his 2 little boys, sits at the back, and now the boys are left running everywhere in the matatu. So some lady gets into the matatu and is like shouting, "Why are you leaving these boys to run around? And they're just small boys." He turned and he said everything to this dad. So the dad was like, The dad just looked up and said nothing for some time, for a few seconds. And then after some time, this dad told this woman, this lady, I'm sorry, I know that is wrong, but I'm not okay. Kindly just understand, but I'm in control. The boys are not left, I've not gone outside. I'm just from hospital. I've lost my wife who has been fighting cancer for the last 3 months. And I'm gathering the energy to speak to these boys when we get home. This lady did not have words and was so sorry. I mean, let's be kind to people. Let's be kind to people. No one understands. You don't know what people are undergoing in their lives. Someone could just be behaving in some manner that yourself you cannot understand. That does not guarantee you to start saying what you feel is right or wrong, or to start judging this person. Be nice to people. If you feel it is wrong or you feel something is off, get away. Don't start judging people. There's depression out here. People are losing their families. People are losing their loved ones. People are losing jobs. People are losing their babies each and every moment. There are accidents everywhere. You know, there's cancer and people are fighting a lot. A lot. Someone can even be talking to himself or herself hapo tu kwa barabara and they're not realizing it. Just be nice to people. You don't have any grounds to judge people on how they're behaving, on how they're doing their things, on how they're dressing, on what their belief is, on what their culture is, because there's a way long journey behind it. Just be nice to people. And yes, that is how we should focus on ourselves. That's how we should not allow this negativity get into us. The moment you put yourself in a tunnel of he said that, he said this, it's going to influence your whole life, your behavior, your happiness, your everything. It's going to take away the reality part of you and you start living a life that you want them to feel pleased. And just as we have said, you're never going to please everyone. You are never. You could be okay, you could be right, but then it's not being seen. And that's okay. Pick it up and walk. In most cases, we find ourselves in places, in these situations. They have said, they have done, they have said. That should never be your worry. You should never be bothered about this. Keep focused. Keep your eyes in front. Keep your crown straight ahead. The moment you dwell in they said, you'll never be happy about yourself. You know, you understand yourself. You know yourself. You know your background. Deal with it. Let them talk, yes. It is very much allowed. But let that not now start defining who you are. No, kindly, let it not define who you are. Some people may not understand what hardship is because they have never gone through hardship. Fortunately enough, some people may not understand what poverty feels, what being broke may mean. So don't dwell on, so why can't he buy something better for breakfast? So why is he not taking breakfast? So why is she not buying herself a better dress? So why is she dressed that way? Focus on your own life. At the end of it, you'll come to understand, you'll come to agree or get it right that, yeah, it was worth it. That I didn't have to feel affected by that was said. But I stepped forward. I chose to continue living. Yeah, so guys, no one has the grounds to judge you for whatever the reason. No one. Because it's you, it's your life. You understand what it has taken for you to get there. You know what you're looking up to. I'm not saying it on a negative way. You know, people can also behave in ways that are questionable. That's not what I mean. I'm just saying the opinions that people want to bring about your life, they have no space. They should have no space in your heart, in your body, in whichever part of you. They should not have any space. Let them just be said and let them flow. Let them get here and get out of using the other way. And that way, you will get yourself to a better level. You'll build yourself, you will grow to positivity, and at the end of the day, a win shall come out of that. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it helps someone who is affected, whose behavior, who you feel like you're going somewhere and someone is always commenting negative about. Leave alone that. Focus on something better. You know, you don't feel like waking up in the morning because you're going to meet this person or they're going to say this. You don't want to do something because they'll speak, they'll comment. No, just, I mean, successful people in life have been criticized. They have been scrutinized. So take it up. It's never the end of the road. It's never, wait. It's never going to define you. It's not going to change who you are. Yeah. So, be you, do you, and give yourself the energy. Don't depend on the energy from outside. Give yourself the inner energy, because that is coming from outside may not be positive, may just be negatives. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you find this helpful to you. And remember to subscribe so that we get to 200. We're almost getting there, guys. And see you in the next video. Bye.